What's up guys, Brandon here. It is a beautiful Saturday morning here in Connecticut, out enjoying my backyard. It was nice and quiet, but one of our neighbors back there decided it would be a good time to power wash around their pool. But it's all good. I just wanted to come on, see how you guys are doing this weekend. Hope everyone's having some sweet yard sailing and thrifting adventures. I had a really good day yesterday. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen it already, but I'm gonna go ahead and get into my haul from yesterday. Check it out. All right, so here is the haul from yesterday. This is from two sellers, both Facebook Marketplace deals. The Ghostbusters Firehouse on the left and Castle Grayskull on the far right. Those two came from one person, and then all the video game merchandise came from someone else. We will start over here with the Ghostbusters Firehouse. This is original from the 80s, made by Kenner. It's the Ghostbusters Firehouse headquarters. So for the Firehouse and the Castle Grayskull, I paid $80 for both. I'm going to give you a tip about this. It's pretty big and a pain to ship. It does come apart. That is also a pain in the butt because it has a bunch, like these things are super hard to get off without breaking. All these little clips and tabs, plastic from the 80s. If it's stored in the basement, attic, etc., it can get brittle, so it's not the best idea to take it apart. But what you can do, if you find one of these locally for a good price, so essentially I got this for $40 and the other one for $40. What you can do is people will pay for the parts. So these doors will pop off. Can't even open it right now. There we go. So these will come off fairly easy. Just be very careful when taking them off. You will get a good 50 or 60 bucks just for that set of doors. This fireman pole here, pretty cool piece. That goes all the way to the top and then like spins down. But that piece sells for, the last one I sold was a few months ago, and it sold for $59.99 just for that pole. All right, so that's about 50 or 60 for the doors, 60 for the pole, and then these little sections of white fence, or if that's what you want to call it, railing. These are fairly easy to pop off. You just need needle nose pliers and you squeeze the little plugs down there. But for the set of those, it's another $25. So I spent $40, you know, and you make over $120, $140 just on those parts. And then you still have the bones of it, like the main structure. And because it's so big, what I like to do, trust me, you don't find these every day, but when I do, if it's not complete, like it's missing the little Ghostbusters sign and a few other things, sell the parts off and then put the main part on Facebook Marketplace for a local pickup. Even if you get 20 bucks for just that, it's likely you'll get a little more. You already made your money back on the parts, so that's pretty cool. Sorry about that. One of the dogs was upstairs crying. Had to check out the situation. But next we have this wonderful lot, Xbox One. So got the console, the wireless controller, the Kinect, the Elite controller, which is cool, has all these customizable parts, these paddles you can take off and rearrange, and you use an app to set all these buttons, which is incredible. That used alone 80 bucks. 80 bucks for the Elite. Then we have this Titanfall that is like a collector's edition controller. And what's crazy about that is that it goes for about 60 bucks. That is brand new sealed. We have a stack of games. None of these games are high value. The most valuable being the steel books, which are like special edition. But even that, it's like 10, 15 bucks. So I'll probably do $5 a piece and blow those out locally. or put them in a lot online, but probably local. The wireless controller sells for about 20, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then the console, I mean, I would sell the console and the controller together, but the Xbox One and the Elite controller and that controller are actually the only items I think I'll be keeping from this. I don't have an Xbox One and I like Madden, so I'm gonna keep it. But for the controller, for this console and the controller together, it's about 120 bucks. And then we got this Xbox 360, but what this is, you can't see it, but on the hard drive it says Final Fantasy. It's a special edition 250 gigabyte hard drive. You got the 2 wireless controllers, you got the Halo Reach Collector's Edition, and then just some fairly common games. The console itself will sell for about 50. The Halo Reach Collector's Edition is like 15 or 20, and then the other games are pretty cheap. A couple bucks for the sports games, about $5 a piece for the others, maybe. Yeah, so not too bad. If I sold the controllers separately, they're about 20 bucks, or 30 bucks for the pair, excuse me. And we go back to the previous haul. This Castle Grayskull. And I did forget to mention, I do have a buyer for 80 straight up for that if I want to do that, but I don't know, I still might part it out. More money that way, but 80 bucks is cool, then I'll make my money back on that lot. And this one has a few cool accessories. This you don't find often, especially with these little parts that pop off, and I actually have a couple more pieces for this, so I'll complete this, and then hopefully sell it for about 80. So I paid 80 for both. Get 80 plus each for them. That would be pretty cool. We come down here to the PSP, which, you know, it's a PSP. It's not worth the most money. It's in great condition, great working condition, so about 30 bucks. I might just lot all this up. These are all movies and just 3 games. Nothing rare or super popular, so I'll put that all together, get maybe 50, 60 bucks for it, and I'll take that all day. And then this is the stuff I really like. Sorry, I'm casting a shadow on the light over here. This is a Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate Limited Edition 3DS, which is pretty sweet, with a charging dock. That thing goes for $120. This Bravely Default Collector's Edition, unfortunately, everything's sealed, but the game is missing. I messaged the guy. He was a super nice guy, super honest, so I don't think he tried to screw me purposely. What he told me was he brought this stuff to a game store to have them check it out and give him an offer on it. And when I texted him, he was like, I never even opened that. So either when he bought it, someone was screwing with him, or the game store screwed him over and kept the game. But even without the game, it has an audio CD, an art book, and a deck of cards. So even with just that, it still sells for $50. So not too upset about that. You got the DS Lite that came out a long time ago now, but that plays the regular DS games. A couple of these games aren't bad. The Pokemon Platinum sells for 30 or 40 bucks. The Viva Pinata is 15, and the other ones are cheap. The little console itself will sell for about 25, 30. It's flawless, and it has a charger, so that's cool. This is my favorite. The special edition Zelda 3DS is 25th anniversary edition with Ocarina of Time. This is open and has been used a few times, but the game itself is still sealed in plastic in here. That set, as is, $200 all day. Then you have a few other boxed DS games up here. Chrono Trigger is a great game. That sells for about 40 bucks used, so it's a great title. Mega Man Zero Collection, about 30, 35. And then that last one, Radiant Historia, sells for about 10 to 15. And this is the part that I thought was really cool. This stack of 3DS games, mostly special edition, collector's edition, limited edition, whatever, These are all brand new, sealed in plastic. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. And there's some big money games there. The Final Fantasy Explorers is $100. The Adventure Time, one of them is 50, one of them's 25. I mean, you've got Etrian Odyssey 2. Where is it? Right there. Blurry, sorry about that. But that sells for 60. Keeps going blurry on me, I apologize. What else? The Project X Zone, right there, goes for 30. So, I mean, all these over here, the cheapest one is 20, and it just goes up all the way to 100. So that's it for this lot. I'm sorry I was kind of back and forth all over the place. That's like my usual style. And now you can hear my cat messing around in the background. Oliver, what's up, bud? You love bags and boxes, huh? Typical cat. What's this? Treat? As I said, I'm typically all over the place, but that's my haul, guys. Overall, $500 for one lot, $80 for the other. We're looking at about $1,400 total, so a good chunk of profit. $800-900 profit, and that's being slightly conservative. So, and not including the Xbox One that I'm gonna keep. So, yeah, that's it. I hope you guys are having just as much luck, if not more, and keep on killing it.